4 family members were found dead in their house, West Jakarta, Thursday, 10 November 2022. The decomposing bodies of a family were first discovered by local residents, who were bothered by the bad smell in their residential area. Police suspect that each member of the family died at different times. However, the time of death for the family, which is known to be very closed from the surrounding environment, is estimated to have occurred more than 2 weeks ago. There were no signs of violence on their bodies. Not yet found harmful substances, elements in the internal organs. Another thing that became the focus of attention was that no food extracts were found in the stomachs of the 4 dead victims. Regarding the alleged death of the victim due to starvation, the police have yet to come to a conclusion. Investigators are still waiting for the results of laboratory tests, which are expected to come out within a week. The 4 bodies consisted of the father, mother and children, as well as the father's brother-in-law. The latest fact is that the mother has even died since May 13, according to the testimony of people who have visited at that time. However, the family asked the witness to keep it a secret.
4 people died at the scene and 2 died at the hospital, while 53 others were reported injured in the explosion on Istiklal Avenue Sunday, 13 November 2022, afternoon local time. A video posted online shows a fire erupting and a loud bang being heard, causing pedestrians to turn around and flee. Turkey's Interior Minister on Monday, 14 November 2022, said the person who planted the bomb had been arrested. The Kurdistan Workers' Party (PKK) is blamed for the bomb attack on the Istanbul shopping center. The PKK is a militant group that calls for an independent Kurdish state in Turkey. The PKK has also been waging an insurgency in Turkey since 1984. The conflict has killed tens of thousands of people since then. President Joko Widodo expressed his condolences over the bomb attack in Istanbul, Turkey to President Turkiye Recep Tayyip Erdogan at the G20 meeting in Bali, Monday, 14 November 2022.
President Joko Widodo opened the G20 Bali summit on Tuesday, 15 November 2022. The G20 event was attended by 19 countries and the European Commission. Outside the G20 member countries, heads of state from several invited countries were also present. On Monday, 14 November 2022, President Jokowi held a meeting with the President of the United States, U.S. Joe Biden. The U.S. and Indonesian governments have concluded negotiations to launch the Millennium Challenge Corporation (MCC) compact worth a total of $698 billion. It is planned that these funds will be used to develop climate-conscious and high-quality transportation infrastructure in 5 Indonesian provinces. In the health sector, the U.S. government announced plans to finance a health pilot project in Indonesia. Issues related to the Indo-Pacific were also discussed at Jokowi and Biden's meeting. Jokowi emphasized to Biden that economic cooperation needs to continue to be strengthened, in addition to the importance of security issues. Apart from Biden, Jokowi also held a bilateral meeting with the President of Turkey, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, last Monday. During the meeting, the heads of state pushed for efforts to negotiate a comprehensive economic partnership agreement (CEPA) between Indonesia and Turkey. The Indonesian government also agreed on cooperation in the energy transition sector with the South Korean government. The agreement was agreed through the signing of the joint statement on the Green Initiative on Monday, 14 November 2022. This green infrastructure cooperation consists of management of water resources and supply of clean water, construction of energy-efficient buildings and eco-smart cities. The South Korean government is also committed to participating in building a clean water supply system in the archipelago national capital. Indonesia and South Korea also agreed on a memorandum of understanding for the construction of the Jakarta Mass Rapid Transit (MRT) Phase 4. Apart from South Korea, the Japanese and British governments also participated in the development of the Jakarta MRT. President Joko Widodo and Chinese President Xi Jinping witnessed the virtual trial of the Jakarta-Bandung fast train before a bilateral meeting in Bali, Wednesday, 16 November 2022. The progress of the construction of the Jakarta-Bandung fast train has reached 80.4% and is expected to be operational in mid-2023. President Joko Widodo handed over the leadership of the presidency of the G20 countries to Indian Prime Minister (PM) Narendra Modi. The handover was delivered at the end of the high-level conference session.